Assalamu alaikum everyone. Now this tutorial is prepared only for teachers to reuse resources that are being created in the resource room. Now you can see over here on my desktop, my window, that all the resource classrooms are appearing, right? My coordinator has already created a resource here, 3 resources for my assignment, that is for my live session that will take place on Tuesday, 9th of June. Now, as a teacher, I can see the assignment and my coordinator has given me a go-ahead signal that, schedule all 3 in my own classroom. Now, what are these 3 steps that you need to take? First of all, you need to announce about your class, about your live session that will be held on Tuesday. So you need to make an announcement, and with the announcement, you are going to inform students to attend their mark their attendance on the Google Classroom that particular day. Now, once the procedure of marking attendance is actually written in the announcement, it's very simple. This is going to be copied in every class. Now, if your coordinator tells you to copy your own Zoom link, then you can always delete this particular part, because this will be shared by only one teacher who is conducting class 8A and B. I created this as a teacher maybe, or your coordinator created it and shared it here, right? So your coordinator must have created 2 Zoom links, one for class 8A and B, which I will be conducting, and another for class 8A, C and D for another teacher to conduct, right? So this Zoom link, apart from the Zoom link, everything will be the same, that teachers across the campuses will be sharing. Like English literature session, the time, date, everything is the same. So all the teachers from ASA, OLG, and all other campuses, whoever is sharing, will be using the same announcement. This is first part. I'll reuse this part. Then comes the attendance part. This is the one I'm just showing you so that you know what to do. This is the attendance that you will be sharing in your own classrooms. Then the assignment, the follow-up assignment or the follow-up written work of your live session. This needs to be shared as well. Now, these are the 3 steps that I need to take in my classroom, not here. I'm going to go to my main window. That is the platform where all the classrooms are appearing. I'm going to go to my class 8A and 8B. These 2 are the classes where I need to share the same resources. 3 steps I need to take before my live session. Now, my live session is on 9th of June. That is Tuesday. And today is 31st, or today is actually 1st June. So I'm going to schedule it. I can schedule it if my coordinator gives me a green signal. I can schedule it now, but I'm not going to schedule it. I'll actually schedule it accordingly. Now those 3 steps, timings of those 3 parts are very, very important. Now for the announcement part, I'll go to my class 8A. The announcement part, this is a stream page where all announcements are made, right? You must be familiar with this page. All announcements are made here. Now, I want to reuse the post. I just click on reuse. I don't have to write anything over here. I just need to reuse it. And this is the English resource class, O level. Now, if you have posted anything anywhere else in other classrooms, more things will come here. More announcements will come here. So you need to be very, very careful while selecting this particular announcement. So the name of the creator will also come here. The name of the person who created this announcement in the first place will also come here. What date she posted it in the class. So this is how you are going to recognize this particular announcement. So you'll reuse it, and obviously the topic, the class is coming from which class you are sharing it from, right? I'm not going to be sharing it from my maths class, right? So English resource class, I'll share it. I'll reuse it. Select and reuse. That's it. So this entire announcement will appear. I don't have to do anything. I'll just double check as a teacher. Date, day, subject, everything is clear. If in case if there's any error here in the announcement, from this part to this part will be sent to all, right? All the campuses. So you need to you need to inform your coordinator immediately before publishing this announcement, right? So this Zoom link will be your meeting link that will be different from the parallel teacher who is teaching class 8A, C and D, right? So this will be different. So this will be again on teacher's discretion or sorry, on the coordinator's discretion whether this will be posted by the teacher or by the coordinator. All right. So this is, everything is fine here. Date, everything is fine. Now today's 1st June. I don't want to, post it right now, because if I post it and students see it, right now, maybe on 2nd June, students are able to see it. They will forget about the about the live session. So I want to make sure that it's not too late, not too early for an announcement of a live session. This is a kind of a reminder as well, because they already have received the timetable. So still we want to give a reminder, not too early. So it has to be a little close to the live session. So it's going to be held on 9th June. I'll schedule it for later. I'll schedule it maybe for 7th or maybe for 6th. It depends. This can be communicated by the coordinator again, that what time, what date you want the announcement to be published for a particular session. So again, this needs to be decided by the coordinator. So I'll decide 6th or maybe 7th. Sunday, okay, 6th is better. What time? If you want to change a time, you want to publish it at a particular time, maybe 9 a.m. You schedule it, that's it. Nothing else to be done. This is part 1 done. You just schedule it 2 days, 3 days, 4 days prior to your live session. That's it. Right? The second step is reusing attendance. Now, attendance column topic is already prepared. You need to click on create, then reuse post. Okay, so you will be using this post. Since I have only 2 posts here, you might have more. So you need to double check which resource room, which place you are copying it from. This is the class I'm copying it from. You will have more classes here, right? So you need to double check everything. The person who has created it, and there will be other coordinators' work as well, because you are in a resource room that is shared by teachers and coordinators of class 3 till class 9. So you need to be very mindful of this, right? The date will be here. I want to add this part. Mark your attendance. For English literature session, I can read it very clearly. So I'll just reuse it. This is my second step, by the way. So everything will open up. I don't have to do anything here. Everything has been created by my coordinator. So nothing to be done. Just one thing, the due date and the schedule time. You have to be very, very clear. You have to be very careful about it. Now, the due date, what you need to do, at a topic you will select from here in attendance topic. All the attendance will fall into attendance topic. Now the due date, since it's a kind of an attendance, an online manual attendance. So what we are expecting students to do, they have to mark attendance within a given time. Let's say 30 minutes. So I will select the same 9th June, right? time. I need to give time because otherwise students will keep on marking the entire day on 9th June. So my session starts at 12:20. You can see over here, my session starts at 12:20. So it will end at 1 p.m. So I don't want students to mark their attendance after the session, maybe during the session or before the session. So what I'll do is that I'll give them 30 minutes time. Like I'll actually write 12:50. I want them to mark it before 12:50. Means my session will end at 1. So 10 minutes before the session ends, the live session ends, you have to keep the deadline due date for the live session, for the attendance. Okay, this has to be, again, this will be according to your schedule of your live session, and it has to be, the date and everything will be appropriate according to your requirement. Second thing, when do you want students to see it? Because right now I don't want to publish it. I don't want students to see it. So I'm not going to ask the question right now. I'm going to schedule it. I'm going to schedule it definitely. I want students to see it at least 5 minutes before my session. So I'll keep the time 12:15 p.m. 9 June schedule. Now, while I'm going to, for my live session, I don't need to worry about attendance. I don't need to worry about my announcements. I don't need to worry about my third step as well that I'm going to tell you. Assignment, the written work that you want students to complete. Sorry, this is not going to be, you're not going to be creating anything. So you'll be reusing it. So you'll be reusing the post that the coordinator has already created for me. So again, this is the same window. Julia says that this is the one that my coordinator created in the English resource classroom. I can see the heading, English resource classroom, and the name of the person who created it. When did she create it? Right, the entire window opens. So you, again, nothing should be done here. You see, these are the 3 resources that your coordinator added. This is the file the way students will work online. Now this basically will help you and students as well. By why? Because Google Docs, when you create a document and make a copy for each student, this will automatically make a copy for each student, and students will be able to do this written work on their tabs, on their cell phones, and they just need to close the window. That's it. They don't need to save anything, and they don't have to do anything. And please particularly ask your students, you can add it here as well, do not save the Google Docs file. You can further write it down. It will be saved automatically. Right? So you can do that. So they don't end up clicking on save button or Control S. So they just need to close the file. So you can add an instruction over here maybe, but right now I'm changing it. It will not be changed in the resource classroom. So these instructions, whatever instructions are changed or written down, you need to do it in the resource classrooms, not here. In case if you feel that anything should be changed, so please do it in the resource classroom, not here, because only you will be able to see it. No one else will be able to see it, not even the parallel teacher of class 8, C and D, right? So everything is done here. Here, one thing here, due date, we have decided the due date. For example, if I'm going to publish it definitely on the same day. Now, when do you want, all right, not here basically, due date will be 10 p.m. for all the assignments. For all the assignments, it will be 10 p.m. the same day, definitely. It depends upon the coordinator and the teacher whether they want to extend this deadline or not. But this is what the standard procedure, that this is what the standard deadline we have suggested, right? So due date, they have to do it before that, right? Again, this topic, second step, you haven't made any changes here apart from this particular instruction. Here, you need to cross this topic out because this topic was actually copied from the resource classroom, which we don't want to use here. Otherwise, we will end up creating more topics here. There are already topics created according to the subject, and there is no English literature subject. All English literature and language assignments will come under English topic, right? So I'll click on English, and then the first step is due date, assign a due date. That will be the same day your live session is being conducted, and the time will be 10 p.m. generally for everything. Select a topic, the appropriate topic, and then you schedule it. Now, this part is very, very important. This is a follow-up assignment of my live session. When do you want students to see it? Obviously, I don't want students to see it before my live session. That is at 9 a.m. No, I'm going to select a time. Maybe my session will end at 1 p.m. So maybe by 1 p.m. I want, when I say goodbye to my students, I will divert them towards Google Classroom. Since they don't have any other live session, so then they must do their written task immediately after the live session. Ideally, immediately after the live session, but they do have the time. They can do it by the end of the day till 10 p.m. They can submit it, otherwise it will be marked as late. They can turn it in, but it will be marked as late. Now, here I want students to either see it maybe at 12:50 p.m. the same day. Means 12:50 p.m. when it will be published on their Google Classroom, I will be in the session and students will be live with me. The session would have been, it will be going on. So that is why I'll just write the time here, schedule it. That's it. So these three worries, I don't need to actually worry about it before on the 9th of June. I can fix it. I can schedule it for the entire month. These three steps must be taken before your live session, at least 4 to 5 days before your live session. You can always schedule it accordingly. Like, for example, announcement was scheduled for June 6th, 9 a.m. The classwork, the attendance was scheduled for June 9, when my live session will be starting this time. And then my assignment, the written work, the follow-up assignment of my live session, this will be added. This will be published. This will be seen by the students at 12:50 during my session. Now here in the assignment, you can see all the resources that I used in my, or I will be using in my live session are already uploaded. The video link, the file, the text file that I want students to read, and I use these files in my live session, and the PowerPoint presentation that I used, right? Followed by the written book, right? So this is basically, that's it, right? So these three things you have to be very, very mindful of. The timing, the scheduling is extremely important. Please ask me anything, any questions. If you have any queries, you can always ask me. I will be in the resource classrooms to answer and to look at your assignments as well once you have created it. Now, once you have done these three steps, you're good to go. You will follow exactly the same steps in class 8B. I'll just again do it a bit quicker maybe. So sorry. I'll reuse assignment. Sorry, announcement. Again, so many classes here. Okay, English resource class. And there is only one announcement from here. Videos. Then I'll schedule it since I know the time and the date. I want to schedule it for 6th of June. 8 a.m. is fine for me. Schedule it. That's it. Then I'll go to classwork, create, and I reuse a post. I reuse mark attendance, reuse. Second step is attendance. Nothing's to be changed. Due date should be 9th and then 12:50 p.m. Topic. Please cross out the topic and then, all right, I just crossed out the actual topic. Attendance, and then once everything is done, now I have to schedule it. So here for the attendance, you need to change the due date, the topic, and the schedule. So these three parts only you need to worry about. So again, this is the attendance. Attendance will be uploaded 5 minutes before my session. My session is on 9th, 12:15 p.m. Please double check everything because dates and time you might get confused. So I would suggest you to write it down on a piece of paper. Ask your coordinator to give you the date and time, schedule date of attendance, schedule date of assignment, and due date for each. Right? Post me, there is no due date. So only schedule date for post. Okay, this is a very good idea. Just write it down somewhere. Or maybe the coordinators will do it. Then again, reuse. And I'll be using the assignment. Now, why am I reusing it? I can always select here all the classes here, right? But if you're going to select more than one class, for example, if I select 8A and 8DC, right? One teacher can do it, but I won't be able to schedule it. So scheduling option becomes dull. You cannot schedule it if you add more than one class. So this is why if you want to schedule it, you need to do it individually. You have to do it individually in all the classes, right? So I'll uncheck all the rest of the classes. And obviously, if one person does it, for example, if I do it for all the sections 8A, B, C, and D, it will go from by my name, not by the teacher's name, right? So we want students, we want students to see the assignment coming from their own particular teacher. So nothing else to be changed here. Due date should be 9th, same day, and this is standard, 10 p.m. Right? Topic, yes, topic again, it has copied from the same. So I'll just cross it. It has copied the topic from the resource classroom. So I'm just going to add English. Where is my English topic here? Okay. English topic must be created here. It would have been here, right? Now, once it's there, then I will schedule it. Actually, you don't have to create topics. Topics are already created. My English, since this is a new class, I did not create the English topic. That is why I created it here. Otherwise, topics will be created. You don't have to create topics every time. Okay. So the assignment. This is the written task that I want after my session, or maybe 10 minutes before my session ends. So let's schedule it for maybe 12:55 or maybe 1 or maybe 12:50. Again, that ask your coordinator. That can be standardized as well. So that's not an issue. Right, schedule. and I am done. So both the classes are done. Once you get used to it, you will be able to do it even quicker. Right? I hope you found this tutorial constructive and informative. Thank you so much.